Here we have a new 2024 Ford Edge. Now this one comes in the ST line trim level with all-wheel drive, the beautiful agate black metallic paint, and then we do have the ebony ActiveX interior. Now the powertrain consists of a twin-scroll 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and that's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. But as we come around to the front end here, LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, LED fog lights as well. Love that look, but I like this ST line trim level because you have that mesh black grille throughout, and it mostly just looks like the ST. You just don't get that bigger engine there. And down here we get these 20-inch premium painted wheels. These are aluminum. Passive keyless entry on the front doors. Power door lock controls. We have one-touch automatic up and down windows for the front, regular power windows for the back. Power mirror controls are there. Headlamp controls, fog lights, traction control, and then we can also toggle that lift gate there. And here's our power driver seat, 2-way power lumbar support. Love the seats though, kind of having that faux Alcantara or whatever that is in the middle, and then we have the ActiveX on the sides there. It just makes it look very sporty. Not sure if the Alcantara is real or not, but it does feel real, so that's good. Let's go ahead and check out this rear leg room. I'm 6'3", and I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, and then sitting behind myself, decent leg room back here. And this seat is leaned back quite a bit, and that's one thing I like about these. You can get those seats back very far. And then we do have our rear AC vents here. And then 2 USB-C ports and a 110 3-prong plug-in down there. Kind of hard to see, but it's there. View of the front. We have the dual pane sunroof there. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the back. And I'm gonna lean this seat up so we can compare it. So that's how it's supposed to be. I should say in its default position. And you have several different ways to adjust in between that side and that side. But there's a cargo space there. And then from the back, you can actually fold the seat down. And we have hooks on either side there. Spares underneath here, so that's surprising. I wasn't expecting a spare tire for whatever reason. I'm just not used to seeing those in vehicles like this. Usually you expect an inflator kit, but for those who like having the spare tire, it is there. And a 12 volt back in there, but tons of storage pockets throughout in the back here. And a big shout out to Ford Lincoln of Franklin for allowing me to review this Edge today. I'll leave a link below in the description to their website. And then down there, dual exhaust. And I'll try to make sure I'll leave a link to the window sticker in the description as well. Because it's back here behind this tinted glass. Just don't know if you can see everything. But the panoramic vista roof is a $15.95 option. And basically standard ST line plus the options included here. Sticker price is $47,230. With our front passenger seat here, we do get a power seat bottom, and the seat back can be adjusted right there. And a nice run-through pocket, 12 volt, lockable glove compartment. And then everything is pretty spacious for the most part in this car. Just first impressions of it. From the space you get in the front seat, the back seat, the storage pockets throughout, and then your cargo space. And I just like, it's a tad expensive, I think, but everything is just expensive relatively to what we're used to. But I think for what you get, it's not bad. And there's that 2-liter twin-scroll turbocharged 4-cylinder. Let's go ahead and get out of this wind, hop in the driver's seat. So a nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. And I like the perforation on the sides. Just feels very nice and it looks very sporty too. And then we do get a manual tilt telescope wheel here. But to the screen here, we get AM, FM, and then we also have XM radio to go with our Bluetooth audio, and then wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. But I close this roof so it's not causing a glare on the screen, even though it's a little cloudy. And the controls for that are there, and I'll show you how it opens momentarily. But back down here, again, the controls are there. You can hit that, and you can actually go through your vehicle settings, phone list, you want to connect your device, and then you have your sound settings here. And then in the general settings here, you can go ahead and change your distance units, temperature units, so on and so forth. But let's just pull up the dual zone climate control. So if I hit that button, these are kind of always here, the temperature and then the heated seats. But you can toggle that and then turn this on or off. So it makes a lot of sense. And then you have another button up here for the heated steering wheel. But you can choose fan direction here, set the max AC, cut the whole system off. And then you have the fan speed, which you can toggle right here. So pretty straightforward system. Once you get used to it, it's just on a screen. Then you have 3 stages of auto there if you want to set the fan speed to low, mid, or high. Volume up or down, click that to turn the audio off. Tune knob here. Everything else pretty self-explanatory. Then your hazards are right here. There's our backup camera. And the guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel when you're in reverse, excuse me. And then we have the rear parking sensors there as well. Wireless charging pad down here, USB-A, USB-C port there. Then for the shifter, just pull, reverse, neutral, drive. Then you have your sport mode there. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage the brake, press down and disengage. And then you have your auto stop toggle there. Bottle holders here in the middle. Storage. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and push this sunshade back for the Vista roof. And then I'm also gonna just show you how far back it goes. So that's one touch, and then second touch takes it back a little bit further. And then you can close it with one touch as well. At least I thought you could. Might have done something wrong there, but anyways, sunglasses holders here. Universal home remote, vanity mirror. I'm gonna close this all the way. And then back to the steering wheel. Blinkers are over here. Lane keep system can be toggled there. High beams, then you can flash there. Windshield wiper controls on this side, one time off, intermittent low, high, and we can adjust the intermittent wipers here. And then your rear wiper is right here, off, intermittent on. And then you push back for that rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front wiper fluid. Now over here, we can use these 4 arrows to go through this side of the gauge cluster, go through your settings and all that, fuel economy if you want to see that. And then your cruise control is just standard cruise. We can turn that on or off, resume, cancel, set the speed. And then over here, voice recognition, mute, volume, Bluetooth buttons, or track list, radio station presets, depending on where you are. And then we can use these 4 arrows to go through that right side gauge cluster that goes through your entertainment and phone settings. Push button start. Here's the key fob with remote start. Next, it's time to take this Ford Edge ST line out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Ford Edge ST line, I like that you get that same powertrain from the 2-liter 4-cylinder that you get in the standard Edge. You're not necessarily having to go up to that ST 6-cylinder, but you still have something that looks really good. So that's just very impressive to have this kind of in the middle trim level, kind of like the Explorers, giving you that ST line option. Now, in terms of the ride quality, I feel like the Edge has always had a solid ride since it came out in 2007. It's just, you used to have a V6 and a 6-speed, now you have a 2-liter turbo and an 8-speed. But still, easy to drive. Just a good platform in terms of ride quality while still being able to feel the road in somewhat of a sporty but not super stiff way, if that makes sense. Now, we do have blind spot monitoring, which is nice. We have the lane keeping system, so it's not the full-on co-pilot where it'll keep you centered in the lines with the lane centering assistance and all of that. But it's nice to have, so if you are going in or out of the lines, the system kind of tells you, hey, just watch what you're doing. And it's just a click of the button on the side here again to turn that on or off. But it's always been for me a very simple vehicle, but there's a market for something like this. I mean, you're getting 21 miles per gallon city, 28 miles per gallon highway. You have a relatively quick engine and something that looks good, even though it hasn't had a refresh in years. It still looks good, it still drives nicely, and it still feels relevant in today's market. Now, getting on the interstate here, I'm gonna put it in a sport mode. Not gonna give it too much, but I can already tell that it feels like a true sport mode. It gives you more of a pull. Of course, you get higher revs as opposed to driving in your normal drive mode, but let's give it some throttle. So very good pickup. And I didn't want to give it too much just because this is a newer car, but very impressed just by giving it like not even half throttle, how it got up to speed there. We're gonna put it back into the normal drive mode now. But I think this is a good competitor for the Chevy Blazer, even the Nissan Murano. It's still, again, it's still relevant, I think, for that buyer who wants something that has space, has a little extra money as opposed to getting something like an Escape, and also just wants something that looks really good. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Ford Edge ST line.